Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Today we'll see hire purchase trading account. Many people feel it is tough. No, bilkul aasan hai. It's very easy, nothing to worry. Only the thing is you have to understand the format. You know that whenever hire purchase register is ready, all the details are ready, then hire purchase trading account can be prepared. Why do we prepare hire purchase trading account? To know finally the profit or loss on selling of the asset. For that purpose, hire purchase trading account is prepared. But after preparation of all hire purchase details, all hire purchase information in the register, if it is ready, then only we can go for hire purchase trading account with that information. Now, only understand the format. I'll make you to understand very easily. So this is the format, hire purchase trading account. Just like trading account. Trading account, you know, debit side opening stock, credit side closing stock. In the same way here also. To balance brought down first transaction. To balance brought down opening balance of stock, hire purchase stock account and hire purchase debtor. Opening balance of debtors. If debtors are given, we'll write, otherwise only hire purchase stock will be there. Okay. So hire purchase stock and hire purchase debtors. This is opening balances. The same opening balances you will find at the end also. This is opening balances. One transaction is over. Same one closing balance. By balance carried down. So this is closing balance of hire purchase stock and hire purchase debtor. Here I am writing at hire purchase price. Hire purchase price means this price is including some other extra amount. Just like consignment account, you used to write invoice, na? In the same way here also. Some extra loading is there. Actual price, suppose say it is 150. We are writing it as 200. 200 is hire purchase price. What is the actual price? 150. So hire purchase price means this price is more than the actual price. So that is why I'm mentioning very clearly hire purchase price. Opening and closing balance of stock both will be on hire purchase price, which is more than the actual price. Opening stock of debtors, closing stock of debtors. These two understood. Next, what else comes? Second transaction, remember, debit side, goods sold on hire purchase. Means whenever you are selling goods on hire purchase basis, that comes on the debit side. Goods sold on hire purchase, debit side. This is next transaction. So this is also on hire purchase price. Hire purchase price 1, goods sold on hire purchase, that is also on hire purchase price, and this one 3 are on hire purchase price. Means 3 are included extra amount than the actual amount. That's called as loading. So that is to be removed. Stock reserve. Did you remember branch accounts also? We have done the same thing. The same principle we are going to apply in 3 cases. First one is opening stock, closing stock, and goods sold on hire purchase. That is hire purchase price. And apart from these 3, what else you will write? Debit side, remember? Debit side you will get loss on goods repossession. While repossession of the goods means when default is there, the vendor is going to take back or the vendor is going to repossess the asset. There if he gets any loss, that loss will be on the debit side. Loss and also expenses. If you spend anything, expenses. These two will be there. Most of the time you may not find. If you find, you will write it on the debit side. Okay, 2 are over. Loss and expenses. Now credit side, what do you write? Credit side, remember, bank account means received from hire purchase debtor. If hire purchase debtor is making any payment, so that will be on the credit side. That you say it as a by bank. Okay. Next, installment due. Installment amount about to pay, due. So due comes on the credit side. And also goods repossessed account. Goods repossessed amount is there, that you will write it on the credit side. Over. These transactions are common. Next, loading is there. Loading on what kind of transactions? One is opening stock, closing stock, and sales. Three amounts, three transactions loading is there, means extra amount is added. That we have to remove it. To remove that, opposite side will write the entry. How much is loading? Sometimes they'll be saying 50%, 40%, 60%, whatever it may be. That loading we have to cancel. For cancellation, opening stock, whatever loading is there, that has to be taken on the credit side, extra amount. Like here, opening stock is here with higher purchase. Some amount is given. That loading, you can say it as stock reserve. Opposite one, this one is here. Stock reserve account. We are saying unloading of HP stock. Already loading is there. That we have to remove. To remove that, unloading of HP stock. So extra amount we have removed here. If it is 50%, the amount is, if this one is, for example, say 10,000. 10,000, 50% is included. Included means when we calculate 10,000 into 50% included means 50 by 150. So you will be getting unloading amount. So this amount we are going to write here. In the same way, debit side we have another one, that is goods sold on higher purchase. This is also higher purchase price only. Means loading is there. We have to unload it. For unloading, we are writing goods sold on higher purchase. Same one we are writing on the credit side because to unload. So this one also, whatever amount, if it is 20,000 is there, 20,000 into 50 by 150. Unloading, you got it. Debit side, two transactions, 1, 2. These two we are unloading on the opposite side. Am I clear? Credit side we have one transaction, that is closing stock. This is also on higher purchase price. This also we have to unload. To unload, we have to write it on the debit side. So what do you write? Stock reserve account. Always stock reserve account. Stock reserve account, opening stock and closing also stock reserve account. Unloading of higher purchase stock, closing one. Credit to debit side. Stock reserve. Okay. And what else is there? That's all. These two are unloading. Remember, three transactions: opening, goods sold on higher purchase, and also closing. Three unloading transactions. That's all. Very simple. In short, I would like you to tell you one thing. Debit side you will write opening stock, closing stock, credit side. And debit side you can remember one important transaction, that is goods sold on higher purchase. This one. These two rarely you will get. And credit side, amount received from higher purchase means that is from debtor. This one, and installment due, goods repossessed, only three transactions. And unloading is, from the opening stock and sales and closing stock, you are getting the unloading. And end of the day, so you can just close it. You will be getting most of the time on the debit side, the balancing figure, we can say it as a profit and loss account, transferring to the profit and loss account. Am I clear? This one? If it is clear, we'll go to problem. One problem already I have written here. A sells goods on higher purchase basis at a profit of 60% on cost. 60% on cost. Means loading is how much? 60%. We have to unload 60%. Okay. Further details are given below. Remember this point, how much is the loading? 60% on the cost. Now, what is given? 2020 January 1st. Stock in customers' hands at selling price. This is opening stock. Okay. Next. And 1st January to 31st December, we have three transactions. What are these three? One is sale of goods on HP, higher purchase price during the year at selling price. Selling price, this is sales goods. And next one, goods repossessed, value at 250. Actual repossessed value is 250, but installment due is 1000. 1000 installment due. Now cash received from HP customers at selling price. Cash received, this one. Whenever we receive any cash, we'll say by bank. And end of the day, stock in customer's hand at selling price. So this is also stock in hand, closing stock. Directly we can write here. Okay. So what shall I do? I didn't take calculator. Now we will see the each and every transaction. Opening stock. Stock in customer's hands at selling price. Stock is 1620. So this is 1620. Opening debtors are not given here only. And next, sale of goods on hire purchase during the year at selling price. Sale of goods 6534. This is 6534. Next, after that, goods repossessed. Value at 250. Goods repossessed is 250. Installment due is given here. Installment due. This is only for one transaction. Entire installment due we have to find out. Entire installment due, how much is there for the entire transactions. For that you need to do some working notes. We'll do that later. Just keep in mind. First we'll post whatever is given. Next, cash received from hire purchase price, customers at selling price. Cash received from customers 2100 here. Received from customers means 2100. Next, stock in customer's hand at selling price end of the year 4674. 4674. And these two transactions are not given. This is not given. Now what we need to do, one important calculation, that is installment due we have to calculate. Working notes. Calculation of installment due. For this, what we are going to do is, we'll take the opening stock plus goods sold on hire purchase price. Opening stock plus goods sold on hire purchase price. Hire purchase. Opening stock is how much it is? 1620. And sold 6534. If we add, you will be getting 541814. From this, we'll be deducting bank, this one, and also goods repossessed minus cash 2100, and also repossessed stock 1000, and also hire purchase stock is given. Hire purchase stock 250. This one also. Hire purchase stock 250. Repossessed value of stock 250. If we deduct these three, you'll be getting the exact amount. So how much it comes? 46. HP stock is 4674. No, so I wrote so this is HP stock is 4674. 4674. Opening stock plus sales minus cash, repossessed stock and closing stock. Okay, so this comes to 4, 7. This is 6. So this is coming to 7 and 7. So 7774. The second right directly outside. So if you deduct it, you are getting 380. So this is the total amount of calculation of installment due. Installment due, you got it from here. So 380 installment due. Shall I explain this once again? Installment due, whatever is given here, this is related to only that particular transaction. But we need to know installment, total installment due. For that purpose, what we are taking? opening stock plus sales, stock plus sales, and credits at whatever we have, especially the amount received from the debtor, that is 2100, and also repossessed stock, this is 250, and closing stock. Three amounts we have taken, 1, 2 and 3. All the three transactions we have deducted, so that you will be getting total installment due. Logic, if you use it, say I have this much of opening stock and also I sold it this much. Now out of this, whatever I have received, if I deduct it, then only I'll come to know the due, installment due. From this is received. What is not received? This 380 is not received. This is due. So I have written that installment due 380. Now let's take out the loading. Loading already there. We are going to unload it. First we'll focus on the opening stock. Opening stock, what do you say? Stock reserve. Buy stock reserve. Loading of higher purchase price on stock. So this is 1620, no? So we can say it as it. How much is the loading amount? 60%. So this comes to 1620 into 60 by 160. 1620 into 60 divided by 160. This is 608. 607.8 means 608 we can take. 608. In the same way, on sales also we have to unload it. Loading is there on sales also because it is higher purchase price. So we have to unload. Goods sold on higher purchase. Same thing we have written. Amount is 6534. 6534 into 60 by 160. 6534 into 60 divided by 160. This is 2450. 2450. Next, debit side also we have to do some unloading. What is that? Closing stock. This one, HP price, higher purchase price. This is 4674. 4674 into 60 by 160. 4674 into 60 by 160. This is 1752.7 means 1753 we can take. 1753. Now we'll close this account. So 2100 plus 380 plus 250 and 608 and 2450 and 4674 comes to 10,462. 10,462 minus 1620, 6534 and 1753. So getting 555. 555 is the profit or loss. Now let me explain once again. This is going to transfer to the profit and loss account. First of all, hire purchase trading account. Why do we prepare this trading account? Means to know the profit or loss of the organization. Once if the hire purchase register is ready, then we can prepare it. The format you have to remember. Easy to remember. One thing is opening stock and closing stock. Opening balances, stock and debtors will be there. Here also, stock or debtors. And apart from that, important transaction, goods sold on higher purchase basis. So this is on higher purchase price. Okay, sales. And credit side, you will find most of the time amount received from debtor and also installment due, goods repossessed. How many goods are repossessed? Repossessed and only 3 transactions. Okay. Now what we are going to do? Remove the unloading. Loading is on 3 transactions. Opening stock, sales, closing stock. Unloading is there. So we have to unload it. For unloading, we are taking on the opposite side. So here stock reserve means opening stock, unloading. 1620 into 60 by 160. In the same way, so goods sold on higher purchase price also. This is also. 6534 into 60 by 160. And on the credit side, we have only one item, that is closing stock. Stock reserve will say. Stock reserve 4674 into 60 by 160. Like this we have done. And important thing you have to remember is here, installment due is given, but it is in the brackets, means it is only a part of the installment due, but not the total installment. That we have calculated in the working notes. How we have calculated? Whatever I have received, okay, I have opening stock and also I have sold this much, so I must have this much of amount. But what I have received, cash I have received, repo the stock also I have taken, and end of the day stock I am having this much. So if I deduct all these things, I'll be getting the due, exact due. Due is here 380. 380 I have written here. Am I clear about this problem? If sure, one more problem will work out in the next class. But stay connected. Try to work out the same problem without looking at the board. Understand mainly the concept, format. Then it will be very clear. Stay connected. And I forgot to give you a screenshot. Na? Yeah. By the way, did you check the playlist? Many subjects already covered. And also please don't forget to share these videos. Same problem work out and come to the next class. So that will be more interesting. Not only the higher purchase trading account, will be working two more short accounts also. Practice well and don't forget to share this video. Good luck.